So it's the next day.
Yeah.
I went to sleep.
Oh, we crashed so hard.
Yeah. What did we miss?
We missed the Pony Stock concert last night, and I don't know what else was going on, but yeah, we went to like part of Silver Quill, and I don't remember who else's trivia panel.
Cute. It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. It was interesting. So like they'd have one person come up as a contestant, and they can select difficulty of questions, and then depending on how difficult they went, they'd have to get a certain number correct to get a prize. Like, I don't know.
10 easy and like...
Yeah, it was like...
I didn't understand their number system.
Yeah, it was 10 easy, like 5 or 8 medium, and like 3 hard and 1 like super hard. But like, I don't know. The only one, the easy ones seemed like the only ones that were actually from the show. Everything else was like getting into like...
Who did this?
Yeah, like, you know, someone included the
Who wrote this
comics
episode?
and, yeah, the writers and the staff, and the super hard ones was like, you know, something about another project like one of the voice actors worked on, and so it covered stuff like that our trivia panel doesn't do, but I like the fact that ours has the whole audience participating instead of just having one at a time, so...
We're kind of sad we didn't get picked, but honestly, with how stressful it was to even get here,
yeah, if we would have
probably better.
Yeah, if we would have had to do the panel yesterday, like, we were both, like, dead tired, so it would have been rough, and we would have been, like, plus we didn't have to figure out how to transport all the prizes and everything out either, which was kind of a relief, because that would just add more stress, so, yeah, it was alright.
So this morning we decided to grab breakfast at Equest or Equest?
E-Q-E-U-S.
I don't know. Equestwell. I don't know. But we like it because there's horses like everywhere.
Yeah.
Horses.
I wonder if this is why they chose this one.
You think so?
Because there's horsey statues everywhere in the restaurant.
And Fox is getting
crab cake Benedict. Like, yeah, you don't get crab cake every day, so.
We got it on the cruise. I think we always end up getting it on vacation somehow.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
It's really good. And like the tomato and avocado just pairs with it really nicely, so yeah, everything's delicious.
Yay. It looks pretty, but it's just basically pancakes with cocoa powder in it. So,
I win.
Yeah, Foxy definitely wins. Okay, Smarty Hands, what are we doing?
Alright, so we're getting commissioned, and it's Featherbanks and Big Mac fighting over Sugar Bell, because it's a Tong, it's Featherbanks, here it's Big Mac, they're both here, so then we just have to track down Sugar Bell.
Yay.
I don't remember even who the voice for Sugar Bell is, so I'm gonna look that up now.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And then here's our lovely artist who was just sitting here while I sat down with my lovely coffee. And it's like chocolate milk with pepper in it. What's your name, dear?
Oh, I'm Pie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you have like a YouTube, Instagram, anything you'd like to share with the internet?
I have my Twitter, Miss Pie Twins. I know. My hair is in the way. My hair's a mess overall.
Hey, but you got that cool hat. You're good.
Yeah.
She's like whipped this together in like 5 seconds.
Oh, and I looked this up before, now I remember, but Rebecca Chaussee, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name right, but she is a voice for Sunset Shimmer as well.
Oh, okay. And that's why you think she's rare to get. We might have to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Vancouver's convention, but I'm not sure who is going to be their special guest.
Yeah, well, this is our first time at Everfree, so.
Yeah. Well, that's an adventure.
It doesn't matter how much you want to win. It is the will to prepare to win. It doesn't matter how much I want to stand up here and host a panel and be a community guest. It is the will to do the legwork, groundwork, and preamble work to get to that point. It doesn't matter how much you want your relationship with your significant other to be fixed. It is your ability to sit down, communicate, work it out, fix the problems, create a solid foundation, and then go for the grandiose event to succeed. So, let's look at how they do it. Everything about their Valentine's Day is emphasized with being ceremony, except Big Mac. Big Mac is a terrible example. Don't listen to Big Mac. Fighting over a girl with a singing competition, bad juju. But they don't take it lightly. And when someone doesn't have, quote, a true love, everyone is concerned for them and wonders why. Well, maybe they just don't want one. And that's okay. The moon stopped going up and down. Now I, having studied how astrophysics works, know that's bad. That means your planet stopped turning. Because, at least in every other form of astrophysics I know of, the planet turns and goes around the sun. It turns because forces of gravity on the planet counter-repel forces of the sun, and what you end up with is a spinning effect, where the two gravities collide and one spins and the other doesn't. Furthermore, it turns based on what its core is made out of and how active it is. A more active core throws its weight around, such as our core, which is a molten iron core, versus a relatively inactive core, see Jupiter, who sits there and just kind of rotates very, very slowly. Yes, Jupiter takes longer to go around the sun, but also Jupiter's days are like 20 of ours, whereas Mercury's day is like 6. So, why is this necessary? Well, at least sacrificing their magic and their ability to ever use it ever again. That's not a viable long-term solution. If you have to make 8 people a day lose their special ability, and I'm just going to say it, if you have to sacrifice 8 people a day to get the sun to work, you have a problem because that is not a sustainable population. You're going to run out of unicorns who can give up their magic eventually. Very quickly. So option 2, you need someone who just straight up has the power to move the heavens. And considering that you have 2 different celestial bodies that do 2 very different things, you probably need 2. The sun heats. The sun maintains a stable orbit. The sun maintains life on Earth through photosynthesis. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite holiday, at least from the show. You dress up as My Little Pony character. You go out with your friends to full grown, and it's not something that we even allow people to grow out of anymore. Full-grown adults go out dressed up in costumes and go trick-or-treating. Trust me, I was at someone's house.
That's crazy. No one ever does that anymore.
We had a 40-year-old man show up dressed as a pretty pink princess.
One exception.
He got a full-size Snickers. How did they forget what it was originally about? All right. One, I don't think Celestia actually liked the way Nightmare Moon was being portrayed. She expresses remorse every chance she gets about her sister being back finally. About how much she's happier that way. Now, if you're not that much happier to have someone, I don't think you're going to like it if once a year everyone plays them out to be a super monster that's going to eat them. So it evolves and changes. Nightmare Moon never comes. Much like a preacher who's preaching that the rapture's coming tomorrow. Well, if the rapture doesn't come tomorrow, then everyone's going to lose belief in you. So Nightmare Moon never comes. So what do? You celebrate Nightmare Night in other ways. You learn to adapt. It's supposed to be a scary night. Dress up in scary costumes. Play with things that are usually scary. Spiders are a good instance. I don't mind spiders. And to me, they're a canary in the coal mine. I live in the Arizona desert. So long as Frank the Spider is still there in the corner, it means there's not a scorpion in my house. Now, when Frank the Spider disappears, I start looking for the little brown thing. A night where one of the rulers decided that what she had wasn't good enough and was going to rebel and take over the world. A night where someone who was beloved, but that love was not expressed to them in the way they wanted, was going to turn on them. Celestia could not have the idea that her sister was this twisted, awful being. That's one thing. So, instead of calling her Luna, it becomes Nightmare Moon. And they become two separate entities. And it becomes Nightmare Moon took Luna away. Now, considering that not many people saw Luna turn into Nightmare Moon, that's a very easy narrative to portray out. It is a convenient lie. Because what do we do when we have feelings about something but can't express them because they would destroy us or something precious to us? We lie about it. It's in our nature. The most common lie in the English language is I'm fine. If anyone ever says I'm fine, I look at them and I go, try again. Because I know I'm probably being lied to. I don't like being lied to. And the answer is how are you doing? So when someone asks me how I'm doing, I genuinely answer them straight up, bluntly and to the point. People give very surprised reactions when they come up to me and go, how are you doing? And I look at them and I go, that's a very bad question. Can you ask a different one just so I can answer you with a nice answer? I have combed footage for a gravestone. I found one. There's a random preacher giving a funeral during episode 3. During a Cutie Mark Crusader song, it's a throwaway joke. It never shows back up ever again. What do they do with their dead? That's a different panel. It's a very disturbing idea. They're actively participating in Nightmare Night. It's fun. It is a holiday where pranks and being scared are fun. Go do them. Enjoy them. Have a good time. And Luna has to turn this into her holiday. She has to understand the customs. She has to understand how things work. And she has to turn it from something negative connotation in her mind to something that is fun for her as well. Remember, a joke is not funny unless everyone's in on the joke. Even self-deprecating humor, which I do all the time to myself. I look very organized and put together. I'm not. Now, who says you can't have a show designed to sell toys that gives an episode about not buying too many things? Okay. And then turns it into a special. I think hand A is not talking to hand B, and hand C is doing whatever it wants. Don't ask me how I got a third hand. Notice how they spend more time talking and deciding what to do. Notice how the emphasis is not on gifts I can buy with money. Twilight makes a pudding. Spike comes up with a song. Everyone wants to craft their gift, wants to make it with their own hooves, or horn, or wings. And notice how it's only one gift to everyone. You only give one thing. And you try to make it, if you notice with a lot of the gifts, where it goes to everyone gets the same thing. Very different from us. And I think that's a good thing. We rush out and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars using the money we got from extra hours at work between the end of November and the end of December. We spend far too much money. Kids are encouraged to come up with lists for their gifts. I stopped doing that when I was 13. My parents were absolutely livid that I wouldn't tell them what I wanted for Christmas. And then when I finally put things on the list, they were confused because they weren't things that could be bought. Twilight's parents aren't at her heartwarming celebration. They're at their own celebration with their friends. That's the thing. They're with the people who matter to them the most, who are closest to them. And that's important. That is the second greatest lesson here. The first being is I don't have to spend thousands of dollars to make people happy. I just have to go spend time with them and bring something nice that they will enjoy, even if it's just the meal for dinner. But the second greatest part of this that you can learn, your family doesn't have to be genetically related to you. Your family that is genetically related to you is the default start at the start of the game of life. You can change the default at some point and get rid of it if you so choose, if your family are toxic or terrible or awful to you. You could do the same. I spend the holiday every year somewhere different. Somewhere unique and usually strange. But more importantly, I don't spend it with people who don't want me there. I spend it with people who do. Now the question I have for all of you is those of you who host a holiday, how many of you have an extra bed or couch and a space at the table and don't invite someone to take it? That could be a list of people in this room. I'm not going to make you raise your hands. But if you do, come to Brony Church to find out why it's super important that you use it. They lack consumerism, which is good. They actively preach against it this special. Actively, Flynn and Flynn got what they deserved as presents. And they emphasize simply spending time together and being close to each other. Now, I do not have business cards. They get in your pocket, they get wasted, you throw them in the wash, then you can't read them or you forget they're there. And I'm going to use a terrible line from a terrible video game company. You have phones, don't you? If you want to follow me, because we all have goldfish brains, get on your phone right now, go to the link you want to use. If you want to see all the Fallout Equestria stuff I produce, search Shotgun Angel Productions on YouTube. If you want to see the stuff I actually make, go search my name, Fiora. That's all you have to search. First result on Google.
Did he show you the awful thing yet? Oh, wait for the awful thing. Why didn't you start with the awful thing? What? The awful thing.
Yeah, you too could own this wonderful script we read yesterday. Hopefully it may curse you as much as the script will curse you as well.
Get 100.
Are you 100?
200. 300. 350. You got time for 350? You got time for 350. All right. 375. 400. 401. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going once. Don't raise your hand. Going twice. Are you in? Is it 400? Sold to the pink hat. 400.
Did she write best script ever? Thank you. Oh my god. If Anna was here, we'd make her sign it too. He's so excited.
Thank you so much.
Yay! Hi!
Hello.
We've had a busy morning.
Yes.
There's traffic.
We're finally getting dinner or lunch, or I don't know. This is probably going to count as both at this point.
And
We're at Zeeks Pizza.
what did we get?
The kitchen sink pizza. And I got jalapenos and you got olives.
Yeah. Because olives are delicious. And then we got another flight with these beers on it. The majority of them are from Washington. The hot chocolate is from Washington and Baltimore. And then Florida.
Port side Pilsner. Well, it was on their online menu.
The mystery beer. That one is from Washington and Bellingham.
The Fort Side Pilsner is from Vancouver.
Okay. Oh, the last one.
Yeah, hyphen.
The last one is from, let's see.
Oh, Montana.
Hooray! And look at my plushie. It's from Bab's Con. We think he's cute. We're gonna keep him.
Which one was nice?
The Hoffenweizen one that you said you liked.
We didn't both care for that one. I'm not a fan of that one. I really don't like that one. This one was good. Which one did you like?
Yeah, the Hoffenweizen one was probably the best one.
Yeah. We're demolishing this pizza.
I'm gonna get another.
Pizza?
No, ride. Continue being cute on the ride.
Are you scaring the kitties?
Yeah. She looks disturbed, like she jumped up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're confused.